White people aren't racist if they avoid black people. If you go out of your way to avoid black people, you're not racist. Why would you want to be put in a predicament? You never know what's going to happen. You truly don't. You could look at them wrong and they get mad and loud and aggressive. So if avoiding black people for your own safety is racism now, well, then I guess I'm racist. I guess I care more about my well-being and my family and my life. So I'll take it. I guess I'll be racist if that's what it means, because it means a million things. It means a million things. I feel like we have enough to deal with in this world, let alone people that live in the cities can't even take public transportation. They can't even go into a gas station. They can't even go into a store. When I go to the city, I avoid certain gas stations. I know that that's the cracky gas station. I know that's the ghetto gerbs. I know it. You can just look at it and you know exactly what you're going to get when you go in there. Just like going to Popeyes in the city, just like going to Cane's in the city, just like going to KFC in the city, just like going to Burger King in the city. God forbid they fuck your order up. God forbid. You take it back one time, you get an attitude. They mess it up again, you take it back again. They're about to throw hands. They're going to throw hands over food. I'm sick of people telling white people that they're racist because they want to avoid confrontation. There's a difference between avoiding confrontation and being afraid of confrontation. We're not afraid of confrontation, okay? We just have shit going on in our lives to where we can control our emotions because we have a family to come home to. We have a family to come home. That's a big difference between being a wussy and a sissy, like we're called, just because we don't want to go fight. It's not that we can't fight. We don't want to.
I don't see anything wrong with anything that she's saying. And more importantly, I guess, if you think about it, I do the same thing. And respectful black people do the same thing. And respectful Asians and Latino people that have a family to go home to and things that they want to actually see in their lifetime and they want to live to tomorrow because it's people that don't have anything to live for. And because we know that if you go into ghetto spaces inside of liberal cities, that it's a possibility that it can go left and it can go up. And for white people, it's even worse because they see y'all as food because now y'all have been made the enemy and the poster child for the enemy of America has now become the heterosexual white man. And I've always said that. I had a guy on my show today in the audience, obviously, and he said, Anton wants to be white so bad. And if I looked at his profile picture and I brought him up and stuff like that, and he was an older black man, like myself, in his 40s, and he was throwing up a gang sign, and he had on all red with his hat turned to the back, and he looked like somebody that you would avoid. Again, not because you're afraid, similar to what she was talking about, but because you wanna make sure that you make it home to your daughter and you don't even want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying, for getting into certain confrontations. And so you make sure you fill up before you go into certain spaces. Or for me personally, and I talk about this on the Millionaire Morning Show on a regular basis, that I don't stay at certain lights in certain spaces for long periods of times. I gotta go. And if I get pulled over by the police, I'm okay with dealing with the ticket. You know, it's just certain things that you don't put yourself in a position to have to deal with because you know what it comes with. And for white people in particular, and it also happens for black people, and I may explain to you how it happens for black people. For white people, you are called racist because you are basically stereotyping and profiling, which is not a bad thing. That is a survival tactic. You are profiling in order to make sure that you preserve your safety and your sanity. For black people, we are stereotyping and profiling, but at the same time, we get called out of our name and we say that we're trying to be white if we make sure that we're doing the respectable thing. Now, the thing about it is that there are great black people and there are great white people. There's racist black people and there's racist white people and black people, or whatever, right? But the thing about it is that if I decide that I want to do business with good people, then I do good business with good people. And it doesn't matter if they black or white when they're respectable. They don't really see color. They just have a good time. You do good business and you keep it moving. If you decide that you don't want to do business with deplorable black people or white people, then you think you too good now all of a sudden. But the thing that I think that we need to make sure that we do, and this is universal, whether you white or black, because listen, I don't really even care if somebody avoids somebody else. My problem is when people try to push their narrative onto other people, or when they trying to push an agenda such as the alphabet community or something like that. Listen, go off, live your life. You have the right to pursue happiness and liberty as you see fit, as long as you're not breaking no laws and you're not doing nothing egregious against somebody else. That's not racist. My problem is that we keep on trying to accommodate and listen to and talk to people that think differently than we do, when we are just respectable human beings living respectable lives. We got to stop even talking to, apologizing to. That's why I always address white apologists. You have to stop talking to, trying to convince people to come your way and do it the right way and switch their lifestyle. That is God's job. Your job is to be the beacon of light. Once they decide that they want to do different things differently, is to be the example. God is the person that got to turn their heart, and some of these people are born to be deplorable. That's just the facts. The minute that we stop focusing on whether or not other people are supposed to see things the way that we see it, is the minute that we live more fulfilled lives. Because you also have people like this.
Stop letting white people think they can get online and say whatever they want about black people or any other minority ethnic groups. I'm not ignoring it. I'm not blocking them. I'm not sweeping it under the rug. That's modern day segregation that you're allowing. They are brainwashing you into being what you think is the, quote, bigger person, when in reality, they're allowing you to be okay with segregation again. There is a difference between freedom of speech and racism. They cannot exploit us if they're facing real-life consequences of their actions.
What do people think that they can do to somebody else to force them to be around them or interact with them or to not say what they want to say? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because here's the thing. If you're going to hold somebody accountable, then you got to hold people accountable across the board. And nobody can say anything, which then leads to censorship. I'm not for censorship. I don't even censor people in my own chat. I don't even stop people from talking negatively about me in my own chats when I do my own live streams. And I've conditioned the people that live stream with me on after hours to do the same thing and or interact with the chat. And you can talk back and forth to them, but we don't censor anybody. What makes people think that they can go and tell somebody else what it is that they can and can't talk about? Because nobody is telling black people what they can and can't talk about. And so what makes you think that you are the person that can hold somebody else accountable for how they feel about avoiding you? And then it's so funny because I see black people talking about, man, we should have stayed segregated. And then I see black people saying, but no, y'all don't segregate against us and y'all don't leave us and y'all don't go and stay somewhere else because y'all segregating yourself from us. Why do people care so much that don't care about a certain group of people to look for and to find what their conversation is like so that they can be participatory in it? I am clueless. I am 100% clueless why people feel like they should absolutely positively ensure that they tell somebody else what they can and can't say. Are they offending you? Are they bothering you? Are they coming to look for you? Are they holding you accountable? Are they coming at your kids? Are they participating in your neighborhoods? Are they trying to stop you from moving and doing whatever it is that you want to do? No? Then why are you not minding your business and why are you not focusing on making sure that you take care of yours and your own community and picking up the trash off of your own lawn instead of focusing on whether or not they got trash on their lawn too? Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. The best time to join the Patreon is the beginning of the month. If you're looking to rock out with a group of people that's going in the direction that you're going in, make sure you tap in. That link is in the description. I always give links back to the content creators and give credit because it's the right thing to do regardless of whether we agree with them or not. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments, family.